In fact, she was born into the party because the father happens to be the treasurer some time ago. And next to her, we also have Dr. Ifia Sarkodie Mensah, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. She is the U.S. branch women organizer for the MPP party. She said she joined the party from the year 2001, so she's been with the party for over 14 years. Next to her, we also have Obaya Frimpong. She is the second vice chairperson for the U.S. MPP branch. She also came all the way from Denver, Colorado, and she became active member to the MPP party since 1992. Ladies, I welcome you all to Women of Essence on TV African Network.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We are so excited to have you. I'm from Ghana, so I know a little bit about MPP. It's been a long time I visited home. So yeah, we know you're having a wonderful function tonight. But before then, you'd like to tell us a little bit about the women wing of the MPP party. I think our viewers would like to hear a little bit about the women's wing of the MPP party.
Okay. Yeah, the NPP was formally recognized as a party in 1992. Prior to that, we had lived in the era of coup d'etats and what have you. And you couldn't form a party during the coup, the period of J.J. Rawlings. And so they used to have what they called clubs, the Wednesday clubs. So the women would hide to go for these clubs. And if you were found going to a meeting, you could be beaten up and things like that.
Wow.
But come 1992, there was the time that we decided to go democratic again.
Okay.
So all people who wanted to form parties were allowed to do that formally. So gave birth from the UP tradition of Progress Party and Popular Front Party. Then came the new Patriotic Party.
Okay, I remember Popular Front.
Yes,
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so that's our history. And our first women's organizer was a very wonderful, formidable woman. We used to call her the Iron Lady. It was called Theresa Tego. She was an interesting woman who started a school for young girls, Agence d'Or, using French and teaching them secretarial skills to build their capacity and also leadership skills for young women in those days. So a lot of our women who are leaders today started from Theresa Tego's school, Agence d'Or. So she was our first women's organizer. And she also went into parliament.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations to her.
Yes. So that's the women's wing. And we have 275 constituencies in Ghana.
Wow.
And 27,000 polling stations. So my staff, the structure, is 27,000 plus women organizers in Ghana. And then we have 16 external, now it's up to about 18 external branches.
Okay.
And the USA has a branch here, and the doctor will be telling you more about that.
But so she's coming all the way from Boston, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you said there were 2 branches in Ohio?
2 chapters in
chapters.
Ohio, Columbus and Cincinnati.
Okay. Yes.
We couldn't have any of them here. So what is happening in Boston, Massachusetts?
Well, we have 1 chapter in Boston. We have our meetings in Worcester, and I'm the vice chairperson for the Massachusetts chapter as well. So apart from the weather, people are coming
Boston
over.
is very cold. Yeah?
It is cold, but we have some of our members. My chapter chairman is on his way here, so we are coming for this evening's event.
Beautiful.
So,
Obaya, you are.
Yeah. And the other exciting thing is that we have about 70 people coming all across the US. Because we had other events that also occurred last night in Washington, D.C. So a whole bunch of our members went there, but they are all traveling in, because some of them live within proximity to the Columbus area. And so
I can
they're
just
driving
imagine the function tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Yeah,
Yes,
can't
it's
wait.
wonderful.
Yep, you need to be there.
So we
Oh,
are
yeah,
very,
I'm
very
excited.
excited.
I know. Columbus is big, and we have a lot of Ghanaians here, so I know there will be a lot of people participating. So the purpose for the women's wing, what do you hope to achieve for the women's wing? Because this is for the women's wing, right?
that's it. Okay.
Oh,
In general.
in general, women have been supposed to be subservient, and in a male-dominant society like Ghana, it has taken us a while to understand our value as women and where we want to be in Ghana and in the global events. And so, apart from the early marriages, female circumcision, and young girls being utilized as nannies and things like that, those are handicaps and challenges. But the contemporary woman has found her way into education. And even if she's not formally educated and she just sells kinky, she understands the benefits of education. And I know women who have sold kinky and sent their children to school to become lawyers and teachers and doctors. That is the uniqueness of the Ghanaian woman. She's formidable. Whether she's literate formally or informally, she is a strong person who has been able to transcend the challenges of our way of life in Ghana. And I admire her a lot, and I feel good about being a woman. And I want all women to feel good, that it's okay to be a woman. And you can be a woman of substance, a woman of essence, with education, with understanding of issues. And the things that matter are our children, our husbands, and families. And that's what this program is about, empowering the Ghanaian woman as a key to development and transformation. I love that the theme they have chosen. She'll tell you more about that. But for the Ghanaian woman, where we are today is that we are 52% of the population. So we are in the majority. And we need to understand that ourselves and take that as an opportunity to change our world. We can't just receive from the men or lean on them. There's an adage in Akan, that time is over. That means that when you buy a gun, it's in the house of a man. Today's woman can build her own house, and she can have her own gun in her own house. And that's what we're teaching our women in the women's wing of the MPP. In terms of education, socioeconomic issues, today's woman must understand about economics because it affects you as well. You must know that inflation in Ghana today is over 17%, and that borrowing has hit a record high. We're almost in HIPIC again. It's possible to educate yourself to understand that, because 80% of our industry and income in Ghana is from the small, medium-scale enterprises, and that's organized by women, petty traders, farmers, seamstresses, what have you. These are women who are grinding every day to sort out the economy of the country. You cannot leave us out or think that we are subservient to anybody. So we are asking women to retrain themselves, understand the issues so that you can better empower other women. And so the women's wing goes out to do this type of education. We have a Catch Them Young program to train girls in leadership. We call it the Girls Leadership Program. We also have 30 women in parliament. Out of 275, we only have 30 women, and 16 of them are from my party, the New Patriotic Party, and 14 from the NDC. So you see there's a huge imbalance, and she'll tell you more about that as well, what they're hoping to do, because we need to get these women into parliament so that the voices of women will be better heard.
We have a voice.
We have
they need to hear us.
Yes, we have a voice.
So apart from the fact that we can be housewife, we can do more than
we multitask. We multitask.
Yeah,
And we
naturally,
can sing
that's a gift.
and do everything.
We can
and
sing
cook,
and do all that.
and still go to work, take care of the children, and do politics.
Yeah.
We're good at that.
Okay.
Yes.
Mrs. Sakode, you want to add?
The NPP USA Women's Wing, we work under the National Women's Wing. We are part of it. And we have our goals, strategic goals and objectives. Some of them are, we want to organize the women here in the United States, mobilize them and galvanize them, all ultimately to the benefit of the party and also to the benefit of the Ghanaian woman. So one of our aims and of the group itself and tonight's event is to raise funds in order to be able to sponsor women parliamentary candidates that are running for parliamentary seats in those constituencies that are either occupied by an NDC person or that it's
The
a
difference.
in the different. We have our own woman there, but she won by a small margin, so that if we don't take care, the NDC can grab it from her. So we can support her and push her up, and also a place where the woman, our candidate, lost by a small margin, and is occupied by an NDC person. So if with a little support, we can bring her up to, so that's the strategy we have in order to support MPP women parliamentary candidates, so that, as Otiko was saying, we want to ensure that we get more women in parliament, period.
I agree totally with you.
So
what you are saying means that sometimes they win not because they have the potential person, but there's support. People have to come out and support you financially.
Definitely.
You can have somebody who is qualified for the job, but there'll be financial constraints.
Exactly.
I know.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
So
right.
with a little bit, they need to campaign. It takes
Yeah,
money.
it takes money.
They need to mobilize votes,
yeah.
people to
Resources.
vote for them. It
takes money.
needs resources, money, and you need to go and convince them. Sometimes you need to take care of, especially the women in the rural areas, with like used clothing for their children, supplies. And so so you can convince them with your message, but then you have to put your money where your mouth is, and also support them so they can vote for you. So that has been one of the major drivers for this event that we're going to have tonight.
Now, we focused a lot on the event tonight, and we talked about empowering women, and that's what we are focusing here on our show, empowering women and educating women. And I know there was a large change in 1992 when things changed. And we focused a little bit when we spoke about the differences between the Ghanaian women still in Ghana and the women here. So what type of change do you think will come about for the women that have come over from Ghana to the United States once everything has been settled?
Okay, first of all, when you look at the generality of the U.S. and how over the years, women were marginalized, they fought for it. Because the thing is, if you sit on your freedom, freedoms are enshrined in our constitutions and stuff like that, but you don't sit or sleep on your freedom. You need to fight for it. And so you see the progression of how women in the U.S. fought for, that freedoms or the liberties and, other opportunities that are available for these women. And so you can see that progression. And so once we are here as immigrants, as Ghanaian women, there's a lot that we've learned through that process of how women here decided that, we're not just going to be, being at home. You look right after the Great Depression in the U.S., how women, after the men went to war, the women had to take over. So the industry boomed, women were there. And so you saw all that happening. I think women were the last to even vote, and the black women and all that stuff. So that fight has always been going on, has been waging all across the globe, in every country. And then in Ghana, the level of poverty that we see is as a result of the fact that women have always been at the back. If you have an empowered woman, a more educated woman, you see, society flourishing, and then you see women also at the forefront of events.
Right.
So whatever we've learned here, we're trying to, as it were, use that to also catapult the women in Ghana in terms of how they aspire for greater opportunities and greater things.
And that is what you people are doing now. Because before we were told we are the housewife, we are behind the men, so they have to go and we have to be behind them. Nobody was there to empower us that we can do it. It's not only the men, but we can do it. Yeah, I know almost everybody have achieved something, but we would like to take a quick commercial break. Then when we come back, we'll talk about some of the achievements in your various states. All right, so stay tuned. We're taking a quick break, and we'll come back. We'll talk more about the MPP party. So stay with us.
At Payless Furniture and Mattress, we know that less than perfect credit doesn't mean that you should have less than perfect furniture. That's why we're happy to offer no credit check financing. Get the furniture and mattresses you need now. All you need is $25 in your checking account. It's back to school time. Bunk beds from $149. Inner spring twin mattresses from just $79. Queen pillow top mattress sets from $199. We have what you need to make your house a home, all with no credit check financing. Payless Furniture and Mattress. Why pay more when you can pay less?
Visit Furniture One for guaranteed low prices on quality brand name furniture. We carry a wide selection of bedroom, living room, and dining room furniture from the best brands in the industry. Need help with financing? We offer 6 months and 12 months, same as cash programs. No credit check financing is also available. Count on us for great prices, great customer service, and fast and friendly delivery. Visit us at 3939 Cleveland Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, or call us at 614-478-9000. You can also visit our website at www.furnitureoneohio.com. Make your house a home at Furniture One Home Furnishings. Are you paying too much for your car insurance? Does your insurance rate keep going up when you filed no claim? Call Pri Value Insurance Group at 614-388-9989 or visit www.privalueinsurance.com. At Pri Value Insurance Group, we have access to over 20 insurance companies. We compare rates with some top insurance companies, and you decide which company best suits your needs. Call right now. An agent is waiting to answer your call. Rates as low as $45 per month. Call us at 614-388-9989 or visit any one of our 2 convenient locations. On the north side at 1496 Morse Road, Columbus, Ohio, or in Bexley at 3485 East Broad Street, Columbus, Ohio.
Visit Saraga International Grocery and check out our halal meat department for great prices on top quality goat meat, lamb meat, chicken, and other meat products. Our courteous staff is ready to help you with any custom orders. And check out the rest of the store for great savings. We're also running specials on potato leaves at $2.99 a pound, Indian head cornmeal for $2.99 each, and fufu, 2 for $5. For quality products and great prices, visit our Saraga International Grocery at 1265 Morse Road, Columbus, Ohio.
Hi, my name is Eugene Osebwating, host of Co-Startup on TV Africa Network.
Hello and welcome back to Women of Essence. Before we went on break, we're going to talk about the achievements that you've achieved so far in your political party. So starting from Denver, what have been some of the achievements in your party?
Yeah. Denver, like we said earlier, is part of the entire NPP USA branch. And what we've been able to achieve over the years, I think last 4 years, almost 4 years, 2012, we did a campaign where we designed a cloth as a branch. So that means all the women from all the other chapters also helped, contributed resources, and then made cloths that we sold. Mm-hmm. So the proceeds that came from it was used to help in the NPP branch campaign that was waged in Ghana.
So in terms of membership, the membership?
Membership in Denver right now, we have about 6 women who are more active in the like we said, there's a lot of challenges that work-related, family-related, and so meeting days are not days that you see a lot of them showing up at the same time. So maybe this month you have maybe 4 people coming, next month is 3 people, and yeah, so it's difficult to at least get all of them at the same time because of different work schedules and things like that. And some people will talk about transportation being an issue, to have to come to meetings, so we have to arrange and get people to pick them up and drop them and things like that.
So the proceed goes to states in Colorado, or you have to be sent back to?
It all goes to national NPP
okay.
USA branch. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what's happening?
She can talk more about the overall.
Yeah, well, at the chapter level, not much really happens at the chapter level because it's all tied into the national. In the Massachusetts chapter, we have we would have about 15 women on our roll, but not all of them are active. When we go to meetings, the same thing as in Denver, when we go to meetings, you get 4, 5, 6 women. Everybody else is a man. I go all the time. I go to all the meetings, and they but they have issues of childcare because they have children, young children that they might not be able to leave at home and go to meetings. We meet once a month, on the weekend. Some of them are working, and their schedules don't really, fit into our meeting schedule. So challenges like that, it's difficult to meet in person. So I'll talk more also about the women at the national level, because the women are more active at the national level like that, because we have what we call a women council, the Lady Elephants. It's supposed to be women organizers of each of the chapters. We have 20 chapters. Each of the chapters is a member of that, but not all of them are active. So we have about 20 women that are in meetings. We have our meetings by phone conference, and they call in, and we have organized a meeting that we also have a WhatsApp forum platform that we communicate and exchange information on there. So it's us that put this whole program together, and you see a number of them tonight when you coming from all over the country. So it's empowering for us, because if you don't empower yourself, you cannot empower somebody else. So, like Obaya mentioned, we designed from scratch a cloth, a unique cloth, and you see some of us wearing it tonight. Got it produced and distributed them to all the different chapters so people can buy them. We'll be selling some tonight. We'll be selling some tonight, and probably raffle off a couple of pieces also tonight. So
we had about 500
pieces.
500
pieces of
for sale tonight?
No, that we produced 500 pieces of 12 yards each. So 6 yards for a half piece. So
but generally, politics is a male-dominated thing, and so we're now trying to encourage as much women as possible to be involved.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if we want to eradicate poverty,
the women,
to empower
women.
So they
because if you go to the church, majority they are the women.
Women, yes.
Yeah, the women are more than the men. So if you are able to empower them, you can imagine the number of people that will go to the polls to vote.
That's right.
And you have them vote, but they just don't vote.
As women, we are natural builders. And so, if we're building a strong foundation for the women here and for over there, the women that are coming up in the next generation, how much more can they do? So I commend you on the building that you have already started, because I can see, in the future, how much it's going to be worth the weight and the more power that the women are given now at this stage. And with the growth of technology and everything else, there's going to be so many changes that are going to be beneficial to the women that are just, babies.
And not just women, the children. Because they look up to us.
Right.
We are their mentors and their role model. So what they see you do is what they would mimic as well. And so it's very good, especially those of us with children who are, they are women. They see you, they see how energized you are, the energy, the enthusiasm, and the desire to see lives change. They pick on those roles, and then they become better persons as well.
So what is happening in Ghana? What are some of the achievements? I know
Many.
Yes.
From independence, we had only 10 women. And those women were not elected. They were handpicked from the 10 regions of Ghana during Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's time. The Susanna Larsons, if you've heard of her, was a member of parliament then. The best time for women in parliament was under the president called John Ajikum Kufuor. At that time, the Ministry of Women and Children was created. The Women's Development Fund was created. Social interventions like school feeding were implemented under the new Patriotic Party's governance. And that helped to increase enrollment and ensure that children of school-going age were fed a decent meal a day. And then we also have what we call the National Health Insurance Scheme that allows you to pay something small for quality health care. Unfortunately, that is collapsing under this government. But those are things that really empowered women and ensured that if you are going to be productive, you needed very good health care. And to ensure that your child has a good meal at school. And then there was something called the mass transportation, whereby children of school-going age could be sent to school free of charge. Yeah. So that also helps parents and especially women, so that you don't have to pay the transportation of your child. And in terms of giving loans and overdrafts, at that time it was accessible for women through the Women's Development Fund to enable women at a very small interest to have funds to be able to expand their petty trading or farming, or if they were hairdressers and what have you. So those are key achievements. And at that time, we also were able to get our Chief Justice, the first woman in Ghana to be a Chief Justice, Lady Georgina Wood, and she still is there. Yes, we were also able to, in terms of immigration, the boss was a woman then. And we have had a lot of firsts under the new Patriotic Party.
I think the Vice Chancellor of Cape Coast.
Of Cape Coast, yes. And then, what do you call it? In Parliament in 2004, had the highest record of women, 25 women from the MPP in Parliament. So currently, we have had 20 women who have won their primaries. And so this fundraising is supposed to help to resource them to be able to win their seats, so that we can increase it from 16 to 20, and that would be an achievement. The women organizers as well are being helped to build their capacity in electioneering and income generating activities to support their various activities. So those are huge achievements for us. The challenge is the fact that most of all these women are not literate formally. And so we need to empower them to be able to understand the issues, because when you go door to door, you should be able to explain why the economy is no longer booming as it was to the average woman or man to understand. And it's the women who do a lot of the interactive one-on-one door-to-door activities. They don't mind waiting in line to vote, as opposed to the men who are more impatient and things like that. So we have those challenges, having resources. We have a lot of bad roads in Ghana. So the resources in terms of vehicles and motorbikes and things like that to move from one community to the other is something that we need to work on. And so from this fundraising, I would send this proposal to all the other external branches, the wings, to ensure that they raise funds to support the campaigns of the various, all the 275 constituencies in Ghana. Because this election is not just about one person, it's about our nation, the development of Mother Ghana. That after 58 years of independence, we are involved in an energy crisis that has occurred because the government of the day is not able to pay its bills, that's all. The money has been mismanaged. And who suffers? Women are hairdressers, our children are barbers and welders and what have you. And working women can't even store food. So it means a lot of food is getting spoiled. So the little money that you will get to feed your family will be wasted. And if you don't have a generator, then you can't be a hairdresser. If you're selling ice water, or your kinky and all the things that you have to preserve will rot. So it's important for women, whether you are MPP or NDC, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are not happy under this current government. So the women must bond together collectively. Instead of working against each other, they say women are our own worst enemies. We must change that.
Yes.
We are change agents. We must learn to have a fraternity of women, a sisterhood. That's my goal, to ensure that we have good working relationships. We don't necessarily have to be friends to work together.
You should be able to work together.
Yes, but we must have a collective goal that we want to see Ghana achieve its dream. There's an American dream. Why can't we have a Ghanaian dream?
Yes.
So that all these sisters here would want to send their children back home, and the children would want to develop in that environment. So we have the Girls Leadership Initiative, catch them young from the age of 18, start socializing them in politics, conscientizing them about ideologies and how to be a leader. You don't have to always sit at the back. If you do your homework well, you can sit in front and answer the questions just as well. Yes. So those are the achievements, the challenges, and the way forward for the Ghanaian woman to take her role, which is as a partner, an equal partner. I don't think any of us here can be behind anybody. No, I sit in front and I teach my people to sit in front because we are very capable women and we are human beings. You don't even have to see us as a sex. We are people who can manage communities from the home. We nurture you to be a president. Why can't we ourselves be presidents? You know what I mean?
If we get better than you and nurture you to be a president,
thank you.
Also do a
Yes,
better job,
so
right?
that's the empowered women.
The other good thing is that to let women see their place in society.
Right.
Because in Ghana, in our, let's say, the Akan tradition, it's very matrilineal. That means the mother plays an important role. Even when you want to install kings and chiefs, it's the mother or the woman that has to appoint the person because they say it's the mother that knows the true character of their children. And so, with that in mind, that means we play a very pivotal role in who even becomes the leader of our communities.
The traditional setting.
But when it comes to politics, contemporary politics, women are not helping shape that discourse.
But I was going to mention education, which you never mentioned, because you have to educate them.
I talked about education.
You have to educate them.
Yes.
And then they have no,
women are getting very well educated. When you go to the law school, the best students are the women. Yes, in medicine, even there are women who are pilots. In the police, we have women who have risen to high levels in the country. Women are moving, perhaps not as fast as we would want, but with education, we'll be able to do that. And I want women to understand that it's okay to be a woman, to understand the role, which is, as she said, pivotal. And to eliminate poverty, women are a critical tool to address poverty. Because we manage the budgets at home with very little support from the men, even with single mothers and what have you. So we can manage these little home budgets, we can manage that of the community and that of the nation.
So it's okay to be a woman. I'm proud to be a woman.
It is great. It's not just okay. Thank you for the correction. It's great to be a woman. Yes, it's great.
I remember one of our, educators,
Amijagi,
very prominent Ghanaian man in those days, had said this very eloquently, that if you educate a man, you educate an individual. Like when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. So with that said, it should boost our morale and our eager to want to make sure that those things are.
So even with the generation of women that have not been formally educated, like our mothers and grandmothers, some of them, they understand the value of education. So they can sell the kinke, they can fry the kiliwele, they can sell in the marketplace. And the children, when they go to school and they're asking them for a school fee, they run to their mother, and the mother will give them this. So they understand the value of education. So when, it's important that the women invest in their children, and they do that.
Build the foundation.
Build the foundation, exactly. So
and then the other aspect is entrepreneurship. Women are very enterprising.
80% of the entrepreneurship in Ghana is by women.
And I think that we have to educate ourselves and empower them to take their place in society.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break.
And then when we come back, we talk about the Tonight program.
Yes,
the reason why we are
is
here.
tonight. Tonight is the night. And we have to sing the song.
Oh, you have to sing your song?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
tonight is the night.
At Payless Furniture and Mattress, we know that less than perfect credit doesn't mean that you should have less than perfect furniture. That's why we're happy to offer no credit check financing. Get the furniture and mattresses you need now. All you need is $25 in your checking account. It's back to school time. Bunk beds from $149. Inner spring twin mattresses from just $79. Queen pillow top mattress sets from $199. We have what you need to make your house a home, all with no credit check financing. Payless Furniture and Mattress. Why pay more when you can pay less?
Visit Furniture One for guaranteed low prices on quality brand name furniture. We carry a wide selection of bedroom, living room, and dining room furniture from the best brands in the industry. Need help with financing? We offer 6 months and 12 months, same as cash programs. No credit check financing is also available. Count on us for great prices, great customer service, and fast and friendly delivery. Visit us at 3939 Cleveland Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, or call us at 614-478-9000. You can also visit our website at www.furnitureoneohio.com. Make your house a home at Furniture One Home Furnishings.
Hello and welcome back to Women of Essence. So far we've been talking to Obaya, Mamefia, and Atiko, and we've all seen the good work that you are doing. But I know you are not here for that, but tonight there is a function that is happening.
Yes.
Yes, it's an evening of interaction and fundraising, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll give you the opportunity to tell us a little bit about the activity that is happening tonight.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, the Women's Wing of FPP USA, I told you before that we have our strategic goals. And one of the things we wanted to do in the course of our term in office was to organize events such as this to raise funds, as well as maybe do a women's conference. So this is our very first event, an event of this kind, that's bringing all the women in the USA as well as from Ghana to have such a public event. So tonight's event, we have a theme of empowering Ghanaian women, key to nation building and transformation.
Love it.
Yeah, so everything we've talked about today points to that. And the special guest for this occasion is Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, who is the wife. So she's coming. She's coming this afternoon.
I can't wait to see
from
her.
Washington, D.C. And
the husband is also coming.
She's
Live.
being supported by her husband. He just said, no, my wife is going, I have to go and support her. So he came to support her. He's very excited about it too. So we're going to showcase the wife of the flag bearer. Normally it's being the politician, the flag bearer, always in the limelight, the man in the limelight on the platform, the campaign platform speaking. And the wife is behind the scenes supporting him. This time around we're changing it. She is in the limelight, being supported by her husband. So we are very excited about that. That's what we're very excited about.
And tonight's event is going to be from 8:30 to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It's going to be hosted at the Crown Plaza Hotel, North Worthington. That's 6500 Doubletree Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43229. So if you want an evening of dancing, dinner, and support the NDP USA Women's Wing, please come out and support the fundraising dinner and dance this evening.
So what else should we expect from tonight's
Wonderful interaction. A family event of Ghanaians and people who believe in Ghana to come and help us to raise funds to resource our campaign so that we can change Ghana for the better. And this is a time that you get one-on-one interaction with our First Lady waiting by God's grace, Auntie Rebecca, a very lovely woman, and the husband as well. You can take pictures with them, and you can say that I shook their hands, and especially when the person becomes the president. Yes, and that's what it's all about, that we as women, as change agents, working together to bring about change in our country for nation building and transformation. So it's going to be exciting. Tonight is the night.
We look forward to
Yay! Yes.
There'll be
And
food.
dancing.
And dancing a lot.
Traditional dance.
Traditional dancing, but not traditional food because it's a hotel.
Hotel,
They will
yeah.
let us bring our own
Yeah.
food.
So the hotel will be serving, right?
The hotel will be serving.
You have to have your dancing
Yeah.
shoes on.
Yes.
So
Yes, and come with your wallets full. This is for a cause.
write the
Oh,
checks.
yes.
With money,
write the checks.
yes.
So invitation is open to all, or
It's open to all members of
There is a
NPP
gate
and
Yeah,
there is a gate
sympathizers,
fee you have to
friends.
pay, right?
There's a $50 gate fee. We have tickets at the gate, so
It's worth
if you
it.
don't, it's worth. If you don't have your ticket yet, we try to sell in advance. But if you didn't buy in advance, you can come to the gate and buy a ticket.
So as women of essence and women that are empowered, give us a lasting thought for our viewers here and back in Ghana so we can go ahead and let them know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, but before we get to that, there's also a raffle draw that is going to happen.
Oh, so what are we looking forward to win?
Different things, mostly female products.
Female
Stuff,
products.
yes.
Oh, the event is for both men and women, or
Yes,
just
yes,
for men
yes.
and women.
But we
It's
have
only
to
being
reserve the-
organized
reserve the-
women
by the
win.
women,
Yes.
but with support.
So I can bring my husband.
Yes,
Bring your
do.
husband. Buy the raffle tickets.
So I have to buy 2 tickets for me and my husband.
Yes, why not?
They
Yes.
don't have a choice than to support the women. So
Yes.
they have to come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Behind every successful man is a woman. And so we want to see that behind successful women are men. And that is why I love the theme, empowering women. So the ordinary Ghanaian woman from the grassroots, we in the MPP want to empower all Ghanaian women to understand and take their role as partners in nation building, to transform our nation for our children and ourselves today and for generations to come. It is great to be a woman. Be there tonight at the Crown Plaza.
All right.
Yes.
Anything you want to say?
Yes, just to add to what Otiko was saying, to empower a woman is to empower the whole community. As Kwejiragri said a long time ago, and as Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, also said, if you empower a woman, you empower the whole country, the whole world, actually. So it's very important that women see their role, their rightful role, and take their rightful role and position in the society and in the community so that they can bring up their children also to inherit the good of the land.
Yes, proud Ghanaians.
Over here, any word to our viewers?
Yeah, what I would say is, mostly said, but empowering of women is very, very essential. And we need women to be in the forefront to shape policies in government. And to do that will require us elected women of value, of substance, of essence, to be part of the political process, to make that change happen. Because most of the time, they always forget the women. They always forget policies that affect women and children. And I think those are the things that are dear to our hearts.
You know,
That's
Ghana
why
will
you need
say,
to become,
your voice is your power.
Yes.
And your tongue.
Yes. So even if you know everything and you don't vote,
Yeah.
nobody heard you.
Yes.
So even if you don't vote, that means you are allowing the other party to win.
Yes, and we are fighting
Yes.
for a new
Yeah.
voter register as well.
Yeah.
Because everybody has the right to vote, and you must have confidence in your vote.
Vote, yes.
So if you don't have a credible voter register, that means your vote could be compromised. So it's important that we all fight for the new voter register, men and women together,
All right.
fighting to bring change
Awesome.
in
Ladies,
Ghana.
it has been a pleasure having you on our Women of Essence show, the NPP U.S. Women's Wing for the new Patriotic political group party. And if you have joined us today, I'm sure you had a great wealth of information. Thank you for joining Women of Essence, where we can be watched live in Columbus, Ohio on WCSM channel 32.4. You can also download our YouTube app and our apps from your Android and iPhone from the App Store. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget about the event tonight at the Crown Plaza. Thank you,
8:30 to 12.
Tonight is
Yeah,
the
to 2 a.m.
night.
And tonight, be there. because
Come
we want to be
early.
there.
Come early to take photos.
Come in.
Thanksgiving is a time of merry and feasting. You and I are fortunate enough